This is Faith Under Fire. We take you straight to the voices on the front lines of religious battlegrounds. I'm news anchor Sarah Harnisch, and with me today, Alliance Defending Freedom legal counsel Matthew Ray. We're talking religious speech. This is a brand new lawsuit that was filed out of Oregon that protects the right to display books that reflect Christian values. Can you tell me about the case of Rod Tice?
Absolutely. Rod Tice is an education specialist for the Intermountain Education Service District in Oregon. The district allows employees to decorate their offices and display various messages, even political ones. But when Rod displayed the covers of 3 books, He is He and She is She by Ryan and Bethany Baumberger and Johnny the Walrus by Matt Walsh, the district immediately censored Rod by ordering him to remove the books and threatened to fire him. That's a violation of Rod's constitutional rights. Americans should not fear losing their job simply for expressing their deeply held beliefs. Most faculty and staff decorate their offices and classrooms with personal material, family photos, and again, political messages, even pride flags or Black Lives Matter posters. Rod chose to decorate his office with the book in a message that celebrates God's beautiful design for humans as either male or female.
How were the books perceived?
So he displayed Johnny the Walrus for 2 years without issue, and he displayed He is He and She is She for about a month until one coworker passed by his office, saw the books through the window on display, went home, looked them up, and determined that they were offensive and complained to his boss that they were transphobic. That one complaint from an employer who simply disagreed with the message that he or she perceived was the only basis for censoring him.
And this guy has been employed since 2008, and it's a single complaint. Is this a case actually about books, or is it about something else?
This case is about defending the First Amendment rights of not just Rod, but all public employees. Rod was singled out and threatened for displaying the 3 books in his offices, but the government can't censor its employees' private speech simply because it disagrees with the message. The First Amendment protects people of all beliefs, especially when they disagree with public officials. If you only have the freedom to agree with those in power, you don't have freedom at all.
The message inside that trio of books that Tice had behind his desk was that every child should embrace and love themselves as God made them to be. Are we reaching a place in American society where faith-based values are muted in the name of being inclusive?
Part of inclusivity is that the religious beliefs of staff and students, including Rod, need to be tolerated as well. The Supreme Court has said that learning how to tolerate speech or prayer of all kinds is part of learning how to live in a pluralistic society. And the First Amendment applies in the public workplace, too.
What happens next with this case?
We intend to file a motion for preliminary injunction to ask the U.S. District Court to order IMESD to stop enforcing its speech policy so as to prohibit Rod from displaying the books or similar messages in the workplace.
Do you think it could have a ripple effect and affect other cases where people are not allowed to share their faith in their workplace? This was a book sitting behind his desk. It wasn't even him sitting in front of children sharing the hope of Christ. It was just literally a book.
Absolutely. Public employees don't surrender their First Amendment rights by reason of their employment. Respect for differences of opinion is essential in a diverse society like ours. It enables us to live peacefully with each other, and public officials encroach on that and on the First Amendment when they try to censor employees' private speech solely because they disagree with Rod's message about biological reality. Rod works hard to serve his community, and threatening to terminate him because of his deeply held convictions only harms our society. We can disagree about many issues, but our strength as a society lies in how we treat those with whom we disagree.
There's a bigger issue here, and that is the word transphobic. Technically, anyone following scripture would be transphobic. Do you think that a case like this can rattle the label and maybe change the dialogue?
I think we're seeing a great shift in the nation. Something like 80% of Americans don't believe that men should compete in women's sports. Rod wasn't talking about a message about gender identity. It was just about celebrating God's design for kids and for all individuals as male or female, and that's a beautiful design. That was his prayer, and he was censored for that, and that's just not right.
Learn more about this case at adflegal.org.